Hi, my name is Radiance. Join me on a journey to bring you recipes where every video is a celebration of deliciousness, creativity, simplicity, and foodie inspiration. Today we're going to make a authentic Indian-inspired chai tea. That's right, chai tea. Chai tea is actually one of my favorite drinks. Usually when everyone's drinking coffee, I do chai tea. So what we're gonna need to make this chai tea is some water. We're gonna need some coconut milk. Well, I'm using coconut milk. You can use any milk you like. We're gonna have cinnamon. I'm gonna use cinnamon stick. We're gonna have some fresh ginger. We're gonna have some black tea. You can use loose tea or from tea bags. We're gonna have some cardamom. Now there's two ways you can use cardamom. I'm gonna use the whole cardamom pods that look like that. But if you can't find these, you can also get ground cardamom. And of course, I'm gonna use some cane sugar, but any sugar you like to sweeten it. So we're gonna start by turning this on. We're gonna add 8 ounces of water or a cup. I'm gonna add my coconut milk. Once again, you can use any milk that you like. And we're gonna do about 4 ounces of this. This is a half a cup. Pour it in there. You're gonna add in your cinnamon stick. And you're gonna add in about a tablespoon of black tea. That's roughly 2 tea bags. So I'm gonna rip those open and pour it in. I'm gonna give it a little stir. Now, some purely optional ingredients, but something that I like to put in to give it a little bit of zhuzh or a little bit of spice and earthiness. The cardamom pods. Now before you place the cardamom pods in there, that's if you're using whole pods and not the ground, you're going to crush them a little bit. I'm just going to use this jar for myself. This is actually going to release some of the fragrance and some of the oils. There you go. You can help it by opening up just a little bit. And I'm also going to put in a little bit of ginger. Let me get my knife. And put like a little, no. And while you don't have to, I'm going to peel my ginger. This is fresh ginger. If you don't have fresh ginger, you could always use ginger powder. And it's boiling up. I'm going to cut mine into some little pieces. Just a little bit, but you can toss the whole thing in there. It's boiling up and steaming up. And keep stirring it. But you let it cook for about 3 minutes. And keep stirring. It smells really good. Not only is this an aromatic tea, but it's good for you. Ginger is good for digestion. Cinnamon is a warming spice. And also aids to comfort your stomach. So this is a good tea not just to keep you warm, but to soothe your stomach. So I'm going to let that come up to a little bit of a boil once again. And once that goes, let it go for a bit. I'm going to add my sugar. I'm using brown cane sugar. I'm going to use about a half a tablespoon. Okay. And while that boils up, I'll turn this down a little bit. While that boils up, I'm gonna take my measuring cup. I'm gonna get a strainer. So while that's going a little bit more, I want to give you some tips. When it comes to black tea, if you don't have tea bags, if you're using a loose tea, what you would do is you would get yourself like a muslin bag or like cheesecloth. Make sure the cheesecloth is maybe double or triple layered, and you put your loose tea in there and you tie it up in a knot, and you can actually put that right into your mixture. You can also use like a tea strainer. You can usually find those online. You just pack your tea in there, like a tablespoon, 2 tablespoons, and some of them have a little handle. You can just drop them in the mixture. Some of them have like a little handle like this, and you just let it sit just like that on top. And then when you're done, you take it out. And it's good to infuse. And actually, another thing you can do is if you have the cheesecloth or the strainer, you could actually take these extra ingredients. You can take the cardamom pods, you can take the cinnamon stick. If you decide you want to throw something else like some cloves in there. Some people like black pepper. That's something else that comes in chopped, but I don't usually put black pepper in it. You could actually put that all into a cloth or a tea strainer and pop it in there. That way you don't need the strainer. So the reason why I'm using the strainer is because I put all these, extra ingredients. I put the ginger and the cinnamon and the cardamom in here whole. You don't want to drink that, right? So, all right, so this is done. I'm going to turn this off. I'm actually going to turn this off. I'm going to give this one more stir. I'm going to pour this. You can see I'm going to pour this. It's the strainer. I'm going to pour this into my mug. By the way, if you have too many bits, like if you see some extra bits of tea, you can always strain it again, which is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go through one more strain again. So I had a little bit more tea that didn't seem strained out. I'm going to pour this in. There you go. Look at how steamy that is. I'm going to give it a sip. It's kind of hot. Okay. I'm going to add a little bit more sugar. Now, you can opt to add your sugar after your tea is finished brewing on the stove. Sometimes I like to put the tea in so that it can dissolve, so I'm going to put a little bit more in. A little bit more sugar. Stir it. Now, this particular recipe is 1 serving, but if you want to make it for a guest, a friend, or you have guests over, just increase the recipe. Double the ingredients to make it for 2, tea for 2, or triple or quadruple it, or increase it by the amount of people you're going to serve. I like to have this on hand when I don't want to have too much tea left over and it's just for me. Let's try it. Ooh, that's good and creamy. So, give it a try. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and like it. If you have made this and tried it, let me know what you think. Leave a comment. If you have any other suggestions as to what you'd add to it, or the teas you enjoy, leave a comment. And if you want to have more tasty tea recipes, subscribe. to get weekly updates on all things yummy and deliciousness that I make in this kitchen. And also, while you're at it, click the link below and join my VIP free group. Well, thank you for joining me. You have a wonderful day. Ciao.